Last spring, I went to watch one of my pitchers from my program, Grant Gamble, who's now pitching at the University of Nebraska, pitching this in the Colorado State semifinal game. And though Grant had already signed with the University of Nebraska, there were several scouts in attendance who came to watch the opposing pitcher. We'll call him Adam. Adam was very talented and was coming off a remarkable regular season, and now had a chance to really show the scouts what he could do. Adam got off to a great start. But the minute he didn't get the calls from the umpire that he wanted, he literally flipped out. And of course, at that point, the umpire refused to call anything a strike. And in front of scouts and about 1,000 people, he stomped his feet, he shouted, he threw his hat, he threw his glove, and just went crazy. And his body language was so poor, the scouts just got up and left. Grant's team knew they had Adam beat, and began to hit some of the hardest balls I've seen hit in high school in a very long time. We've all seen kids like Adam. Those that wear the emotions on their sleeve, and you hear coaches and parents talk about handling emotions all the time. And I get it. It's tough. But here's the deal. No matter how much we discuss it, some of us fail to understand it. Now, if hitters want to do that, let them. In fact, I want them to throw their bats and helmets. That's how we know we've got them beat. But it's not okay for us to do. I can't stand pitchers that do that. They hang breaking balls and they walk everybody or don't get calls that go their way. And now they throw temper tantrums, they throw fits, they throw hats, they throw gloves. If they put the same intensity into throwing the baseball, the way they do throwing everything else, they probably wouldn't have this problem. These are not pitchers. And these are people that are just on the mound that day. And I'll tell you, when we act that way, we obviously have no respect for the game. Somehow we view ourselves as being so much bigger and better than the game, and therefore struggling is beneath us. Once an opponent sees a pitcher falling apart, they smell blood. And even the number 9 hitter can't wait to go hit. Now, the only pitcher that bothers me more than the one that wears the emotions on their sleeves are the ones who are downright scared to death from the start. Some of us are scared to death before the ball game. And we know they're scared when they take longer between pitches, start looking in the dugout at their coach or somebody hoping that they would say an encouraging word. They start moving slowly back and forth between the mound or the rubber. They stare at the ground more than usual. They will breathe much heavier. In fact, they're breathing heavier and they're trying to get more oxygen when they stand on the mound and they try to get the sign from the catcher with their mouth open. Guys, listen. Regardless of our ability level, scouts and recruiters view this as a lack of mental toughness, and they become deterrents and never grant opportunities to pitchers to compete at a higher level. If you're one of these pitchers, I need you to pay attention here, because we're about to change that.